following story was written and recorded by Deanna, a participant in Mental Health Connecticut's Right On program. This class was done online during the 2021 coronavirus pandemic, precluding our usual in-person final reading event. Deanna will share her story of self-harming and coming out as transgender. The story is raw, personal, and contains language that may not be suitable for younger listeners.
My name is Deanna, and I would like to share a story with you about self-harming and coming out as transgender. I started self-harming at the age of 21. It started when my family and I were homeless, and I was aging out of my work program. I knew I had to share two secrets with my family. One secret was coming out to my family as transgender and coming out as gay. The other secret was self-harming. I was going through a lot at this point, living from one place to another and without a job. I was really struggling with everything that was going on in my life. I was afraid of what of my family's reaction would be. Will they understand me or will they kick me out? I knew I had to tell them sooner or later. I started self-harming with ice and salt when no one wasn't around. I put the regular salt on my arm, then I put the ice on top, and it gave me a burning sensation. I did it almost every day. My vocational counselor knew something wasn't right. She recommended that I talk to some counselors. After talking to the counselors, I felt a little better, but I was still self-harming and I was still hiding who I was. Concerned for what I was doing to myself on my arms, I was scared about my future of leaving a work program for 18 to 21-year-olds and worrying where my family and I were going to spend the night at next. I also wanted to start transitioning and getting ready to have a female figure sooner. I had to hide my female look from my family, dressing up in a secret at my therapist's office, then changing back to a boy after my appointment. I was scared about how my family would feel about me becoming a female and transitioning. When I was self-harming, I felt like I was hiding from myself to everyone, like a person wearing a mask or inside a closet. I knew self-harming was getting away in my coming out. I wanted to tell the people that I love and care, but it was really hard to do. Fast forward to the age of 22, I was still self-harming and knew that I had to tell my family about my gender identity. Self-harming was like a drug addiction to me. I didn't want to do it, but I had to self-harm. I was out of control with my self-harming. I was self-harming every day up to 3 times a day, and it was really hard to stop. I couldn't control it. I was hurting real bad and didn't want to accept help. It gave me a lot of scars and burn marks that year. Coming out to my family wasn't all that was going on. I was going through a lot, living from one place to another and dealing with hearing voices. The voices were telling me to do one thing, and that was to hurt myself. I didn't want to listen or to act on what the voices said, but I had no choice but to self harm. The difference between self harming and hearing voices was a lot for me, knowing that my mind was out of control. Self harming, but I know it was time to control these thoughts. I was self harming every day, knowing that I was bothered by my secret. When my mom saw my burn marks, she told me to stop, but I couldn't. I still wanted to self harm. Finally, I reached my limit. The next day, I showed my therapist my arms and I said these words, "Oh my God, I need help." I went to the hospital to get help. I also knew I still needed to come out to my family. Will they accept me? Will they understand me? And will they love me? When I was in the hospital for self harming, I knew I had to come out to the one person that took care of me, and that was my mom. I wasn't really nervous to come out to her. When the doctor told my mom that I had shared some information with the team, I took a deep breath and I told my mom that I was gay. My mom reacted positively and said okay. And then came the biggest part, coming out as transgender. When I told her I was transgender, she positively said, I know, you told me already. I was happy my mom knew everything about me. The challenge of coming out was a huge weight off my shoulders. After I came out to my mom, it took a while to support me, but she came around with me being transgender and becoming the person that I am. I still struggle to self-harm. I stopped self-harming for good around March 2021. I know it's been really a long, hard process to become who I am and quit burning myself. I'm done with that. That part of me is over. I now can live as the woman I can be, and people can support Deanna. Thank you for listening to my story.
Woo! All right, Deanna.
Very nice job. Nice job.